absolutely lovely horse. Magnificent looking. Tennis's picture will be up this afternoon, folks. He's very chill, like really, really chill. Like, luckily, most of the tourists these days. Not all, but most. I love how bellicose this trooper is, or was with the tourists. So that's two we've now got in the lifeguards that are absolutely on it with crowd control, the gatesman, and today's stableman, which, to be honest, is as good as we could hope for, isn't it? Let's be honest. If it carries on like this, the lifeguards are going to be, I can't believe I'm going to say this, are going to be outdoing the Blues and Royals in terms of crowd control in no time. It's always been, and I think you would agree with this, I don't think this is a controversial thing to say, the Blues have always been a little bit more stern, rigid, as has been mentioned before, certainly stern when it comes to the tourists. But a lot of that has not necessarily been down to individual troopers, although there have of course been some notable superstars. But the horses, most of the Blues horses are larger, some of them are considerably larger than the lifeguard horses. Yeah, that massive statuesque presence is naturally going to act as a deterrent to stupidity, isn't it? I swear this Italian bro on the right, who's just come back from skiing in the Alps, wants to touch the horse. Yeah, he wants to, 100%. But he's not a rule breaker. One thing Italians do respect is authority. If you don't believe me, guys, ask Mussolini. Yes, I really did just say that. In fact, Tennyson can have a nap. Nobody's going to wake him up. To be honest, an awful lot of the troopers now sporting beards, and I know that some of you older ex-HCAV folks do not approve of that, and you've told me, in fact some people have told me very, very firmly that you're very upset about the changes. I think it's a good thing. It's very kind of early modern history-esque. So this and so that. You watch back to anything, for example, if you want to go that far back, anything related to Arthurian legend and royalty. It's always about beards and swords. These horses, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a pity that we missed the massive beauty over this side. That's a shame. I know the office, it's a real pity. It would have been nice to see that beautiful horse again. In fact, one of the most beautiful horses, that one, the one with a massive white patch on its face. Isn't it great, folks, to see this? No, don't do it, don't do it. I have no idea what the response will be if somebody upsets this trooper. Here is tourist behind me saying that the horse thinks his job sucks. Smart conclusion. That's the horse only bites thing, but it moved back. In this case, it's actually a pity that the horse doesn't only bite US tourists. If those two got forward, criticising him while he's on duty, that's not very nice, is it? Oh, look. The redhead guy didn't realise there's a horse there, almost walked into it. I'm not sure if we got that in time. This is Joe, guys, trucker from Alabama on the left. He hasn't spoken since 1989, would you believe? Not a word out of his mouth. And today's no exception. Okay, let's hope Purple Hair doesn't get in trouble. There we are. Oh, I was thinking she might well try it. See that? No. Trooper shook his head. I know what was in his mind. Don't touch my horse was in his mind. But it's a good thing to see now. I mean, this is kind of what we were hoping we would see. It's a bit unfortunate it was this poor lady because she meant no harm, but you know what? The rules are the rules. She definitely did not deserve to get shouted at, so it's good that the trooper just shook his head. See, it's so easy for the troopers, if they're on the same page, to make sure that these horses effectively
I'm waiting for the lady to move.
never get
I'm
touched.
stand in front of the lady. Just gonna push her out of the way. Like,
I'm at the left side.
Nope.
I'll be next to this. Okay, now I'm going.
Meltdown. It's always arguing.
Right. One more?
Oh, goodness.
I got your eye.
I should definitely have played the American joke on her. To be honest, if most of the videos that people are putting up tend to be either tourists getting told off or the horse and reins being gestured away from the tourist, the visitor, by the guard, that's a massive positive, because that'll then become the norm. And what we're not seeing so far, and I don't think we will see it next summer when tourist season comes back, what we're not seeing are clowns turning up there thinking they're going to make some sort of a stupid video for a reaction, because that happened so often last year, and that's the last thing that anybody really wants here. It's completely unnecessary. And it's funny because a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, if people are not getting shouted at, if the reins are not being grabbed, if they're not a problem, etc., then there's no content. Hello. Quite the opposite, I would suggest. Why? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but the reason that the vast majority of you, and, you know, be honest in the comments, the reason the vast majority of you watch this channel and enjoy it is down to two primary factors. One, the horses and troopers. Okay? In other words, HCAV. That's primary factor number one. I mean, it's a HCAV channel. And two, the fact that there is a bit of comedy, a bit of entertainment, a bit of education, all, you know, gently and sometimes not so gently thrown in by yours truly. In other words, it's a kind of just relaxing channel to watch. You know, either to put on in the background or to watch what happens when people interact with the trooper and the horse. Yeah, occasionally it's funny if people get in trouble or if blah 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 blah, but it doesn't really fundamentally affect the content. The views on the channel are no different at all now to how they were a month ago or 2 months or 3 months ago. In other words, this change of sign has made no difference whatsoever to the popularity of the channel. In fact, the exact opposite is true. For the summer, which is normally the quietest part of the year, the views are up. Very odd. I was not expecting it at all. I thought they'd be down, because typically most people on holiday are often outside and not home watching YouTube. Busiest month of the year is December. Oh, he's coming this way this time. What's going to happen with the tourist? That's already... There's the first make way. Oh, and a tourist on my left, English woman, said make way for the soldier. Brilliant. Horseguards is becoming self-policing, people. Brilliant. I mean, it really is a superb thing to see. Is the tourists, some of them, are respecting the sign and almost trying to educate their fellow tourists. Add in the police and the guards, I mean, it doesn't get any better, does it, really? Bro in the background with the grey beard is fascinating. He's like, my God. Now they scarper. Fantastic to see, really. Okay, so now he's going back to the middle again. This is curious. And now over to the second horse, look. And yet another make way.
Yeah.
This is what you wanted, people. The D word. You know? Everybody loves a bit of D, don't they? Let's not kid ourselves, folks. It's one of the best things in life. One of the best feelings in life, actually. That D. Discipline, guys, is what I'm talking about. Everybody likes discipline. Especially if it relates to naughty tourists and the British military dealing with them. Yeah, another make way. How's about this? The troop we're filming now actually is chill as hell. It's a real pleasure to watch. Superbly professional. Another Iceman trooper that I don't think would ever lose his composure. That's the second closest hand. First sacrifices of the day on the left. Oh, I think he just sneezed.
Vai Gio, più vicino, più vicino. Vai, vai un po' più vicino, vai, non entri.
No, este sí.
Matthew, far enough. There, stand there. Do you want to go stand with me?
Yep. So don't worry about the camera.
No, they stop it. He's fine, he's trained to do it. I'm not going
Everyone's getting a good picture today. For those of you that are still yet to visit, i.e. next month and the month after, and those of you, and I know there will be some of you coming to London for Christmas, which to be honest is actually probably the best time of the year to be in London anyway, because London is magnificent during the festive season. It's going to be a whole different experience to this time last year. And as far as I'm aware, there's no planned closure. So we might well, for the first time ever, get the troopers and the horses on Christmas Day. That's still something that I believe, to the best of my knowledge, has never yet been filmed. Oh, careful, okay. You turn that smile on pretty quick.
You guys want to play? Come on. Jordan, go there. Get there. I'm not standing. You go there.
Little kid on their dad's back.
Jordan, get there. Do you want to go for a photo with me?
Shortly, folks, in a couple of minutes, go to the other end, and I'll finish up today's video with the other horse. As I said, I believe the one we're looking at now is Tennyson, but I can't state it 100% categorically, just because I don't know why I seem to remember Tennyson having been retired, that number being recycled. But this horse does not look like a young horse. Like, yes, does not look like a young horse. It looks like an old wise horse with all those whiskers. So maybe it is Tennyson after all. A lovely, relaxing morning in the sunshine. Notice even the troopers even looking at how close people are getting to the horse. Brilliant thing to see, loving it. Okay, the other end. Hoover's in the shade a little teeny bit, but not for long. Like he's still eating breakfast, folks. Let's see if I can get a picture and ID this beauty for you. Oh, this one is very, 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 very unusual numbers. Okay, let's have a look, see if it matches with what I put on the list. It's a funny thing because instinctively I was thinking it's Carlo. I've actually been in the box with Carlo at Hyde Park and the horse doesn't look big enough. I'm not convinced it's Carlo. The trouble is the number is a real mess. It's a 3-digit number. So I'm going to defer, folks, on this one. Yeah, I don't want to call it because I'm not convinced. If any of you know 100% which one it is, feel free to post it in the comments. There are not too many of the horses actually that have a 3-digit number. This is one of them. That's why it's frustrating when you can't read one of the 3 digits. First two are crystal clear, but the third one's worn away. It's a possibility looking at the number list. It could be Isengard, but again, instinctively I don't think it is. So if it's not Carlo or Isengard, I have no idea. That's the truth. Oh, told off straight away, don't touch the horse. Love it. So she was way too enthusiastic running virtually into the box. and lots of people here, but they're keeping a good, respectful distance. It's really, really curious, folks. Remember before I mentioned about the sort of little ladies that stand here all day long with one or two phones, no mounting pole, nothing similar, just standing there. There's one, look. It's a TikTok live, so what I'm guessing that someone's probably paying her, I don't know, maybe like £5 an hour or something, to stand there, in fact, and just hold it in a fixed position, which is, to be honest, quite distressing, because she's not using any kit to support it. She's holding it manually, which, trust me guys, is not an easy thing to do. Poor girl. But hey, times are hard, I guess. It's really sad to see that. Like, really sad. I have no idea who she works for, but my bet would be that she might well be, again, I'm not stating it unequivocally, she might well be unable to work legally, hence taking pretty much anything that she can get for very limited pay. Because she has two phones. I notice here, she's here a lot actually. Has two phones, one in one hand, one in the other hand, and all the time she's like flipping between the two phones. And the reason I find that interesting is that everybody else uses super close. Like, why is he being so disrespectful? I really don't understand. Look, trying to talk to the trooper and make him laugh. He's being very disrespectful.
What?
He's being very disrespectful.
No, it's English.
You don't speak English. You're being very disrespectful.
What?
You're being very disrespectful. How many times do I need to? Now you magically don't speak English, yeah?
Thank you.
You don't speak English. Well, can we talk about it in Hebrew? Is that easier? Don't thank me, and don't treat me like an idiot either. Twat. What a disrespectful twat, guys. That's really unfortunate after such a super chill. You know what, I'm going to tell the police about him. 1 second. Absolute idiot, like trying to taking the mick out the soldier while he's filming it and so on. I didn't touch him, but that really peed me off. I couldn't hear it, but you could see the soldier's face. He was not happy at all. Absolute flipping idiot. Guys, really sorry. That was such a positive morning until that point. Notice the soldier was very uncomfortable with that stupid moron. Oh, now he's pretending he can't speak English. Look. Oh, now he magically can speak English. And now, of course, they can't understand. Look, pretending. Oh, I don't understand. I can't speak English. Unbelievable, really. Exactly. Be respectful or get lost, you clown. I heard them speak English. They can speak English and they understand. They pretend to be stupid because it serves their purpose to be stupid. Oh, I can take picture. Now I can magically speak English again. Unbelievable, isn't it? Really, absolute comedians. I can't stand the people that know that they've been, polite. I wasn't rude to him. I was very polite to his girlfriend. You heard that, folks. It only takes, a grown man to say, "Oh, sorry," as so many people have done before. But that whole "oh, I don't speak English, don't talk to me" thing, that annoys me immensely, because it means that somebody's talking to me like I'm some kind of a mug. Unbelievable. Anyway, there's our closing shot of the idiot. Real pity, but hey, it is what it is, folks. After a very joyous morning, that's a real shame. However, hopefully he won't make the same mistake again. Guys, tomorrow, as I mentioned before, it's going to be... I'm actually sad I saw that, because I don't know why, but the whole body language, I saw them sort of milling around in the area and they're waiting for the other tourists to go, and I could see how quickly they walked over that something, like a stupid video or something, was afoot. Just as I'm saying that kind of stupid behaviour has pretty much stopped, it happens again. Unbelievable. Really. Anyway, as I mentioned, tomorrow, guys, is going to be pouring here. Now, I don't yet know what that means. I will be out and about tomorrow. Now, whether or not that means I can be here filming is going to depend on just how bad the conditions are. It's been a long time since we've seen the horses in the pouring rain, so I might possibly have a little surprise for you all in the morning. We'll see how it goes. For now, I'm out of here. Sorry you had to witness that, guys, but at the end of the day, idiots need to be called out for being idiots. And it's funny because it's not that tourists are idiots, it's the idiots are idiots. There's a very big difference. A very big difference. Back soon, people. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Real shame for the ending, but hey, all's well that ends well. Bye for now, guys.